Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Gentle Yoga. So we had about 30 minutes of gentle flexibility. We'll throw in some yin and restorative poses. Just taking an opportunity to come to the mat and fully relax and connect with our body. And so today I want you to really focus on feeling your body in the poses that we put you in. We're going to flow in between our poses just to give it a more a gentle flowing effect. Okay, so I love the dynamic and I love the static part of this class. Combination of the two really helps us to connect to the body. We're going to start with a nice little meditation, one of my favorites that I've kind of adopted from Megan Watterson. And I want you to bring your focus to your breath with a nice deep inhale through the nose. Feel it entering the body, and then exhaling audibly through the mouth. And let's try that again for 3 more rounds. That audible exhale, as I've said in the past, really soothes the nervous system. And that's how we want to start this morning. And as we continue breathing with these deep breaths, I want you to set an intention to connect with your heart space. And that heart space can be a small red room. It can be on a red wagon. It could be in a place of red vibrance. And let's make that our first intention. Going in a little deeper. We just left that beautiful new moon where we climb a little deeper within, restoring, relaxing, and replanting in preparation for the full moon. On your next deep inhale, I want your next intention to be to connect to your soul voice. And I imagine myself walking through the heart, the red space, to a door and opening it up into a white, vibrant room. My soul voice being that connection to the cosmos, to my divinity. And by opening up that door, allowing that divinity to flow through me, my physical. And maybe taking an opportunity to ask your soul voice a question. And maybe ask the soul voice to answer in a voice, in your head, in your ears, in images, and maybe if not now, throughout the day. And then in your next breath, thanking your soul voice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now begin to breathe nice and easy, maybe pursing the lips. Just make sure that you're scanning the body and noticing total relaxation. If you feel a little anxiety or stress or tightness in the chest or somewhere else, just draw the breath to that area And then exhale it out. You really want to visualize that to make it happen. Let's draw that right knee into the chest and allow it to fall out to the side. Stretching that left leg, let's circle the right ankle, and just starting to feel the body as we begin to flow. Being in a place of non-judgment and just being appreciative of what the body can do. Inhale, extend the leg all the way up, feeling that hamstring begin to open. And you can grab the leg wherever, your body allows right now. It's a little early here in Colorado, still 7 a.m. And let's just hold it there for a moment. Maybe circle the ankles again. And just releasing that joint. It really does stiffen up, and we put, all of our body weight on it throughout the day. It's really good to recognize that and give it an opportunity to expand the range of motion. And just take a nice little bend and then straighten. Good. And then do that again. And as you straighten, squeeze the quad to open up the hamstring, that opposing muscle group. Let's do that 2 more times. And then hold it up there. Place the right hand down. Bend that right knee and then pull it into a supine twist, drawing the knee all the way to the other side and then rolling the head to the right. Maybe closing down the eyes and allowing the hip to respond in its own time. What's nice about this stretch is we also get a torso stretch, which is very detoxifying to the body. As we open up the hips, that emotional warehouse, imagine the gray energy, the unnecessary energy that we've been holding on to, just being released from the hip area. Maybe through your exhale, and just maybe imagining it just kind of floating up from the hip. Okay, loosen up that left hand on the thigh. Slowly roll back onto your back. Straighten that right leg. Take your hands over your head. Inhale. Reach and lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, draw the left leg all the way up. Give it a nice hug. Yes, love the body. Let it drop out to the side. Maybe circle the ankle when you arrive. You can keep your eyes closed throughout the whole class, whatever feels good to you today. Good. On your next inhale, straighten that leg up and just see which side is a little less tight. And grab it wherever you can in a way that's comfortable. Remember, when we practice yin, we really are pushing our stretches to the end of the range, releasing a little hyaluronic acid, which slows in its excretion as we get older. But it is a natural product in the body. Feel free to breathe in a way that really soothes the nervous system. We are in a very frenetic lifestyle. It's important to take those moments to come into a connectedness. Drop the left hand and draw that knee all the way to the right, letting it fall slowly and lovingly. Maybe roll your head to the left. Start to deepen your breath, rolling all the way back onto our back. And one more time, straightening the body out, reaching up and over, grabbing the right wrist, pulling it left, and then walking those feet over into that Bananasana. Relax the neck and allow that right side to open up. And just breathe into that right rib cage. Inhale through the center. Let's move into the left wrist, grabbing it, pulling it to the right side, walking the feet over with a gentleness that keeps us moving slowly. Come back center. That feels so good. Inhale, reach, and exhale. Bring those knees into the chest, creating a nice little ball with the body. Forehead comes up, and gently rock back and forth. Inhale, reach, extend the legs, hands behind the head. Exhale, drop the knees down. Slowly bring the head down. We always want to protect that neck. We're going to take either our yoga blocks or not, but we're going to open up the book. So we're going to allow the knees to fall to the side. Sometimes we need a little support because of our range of motion. So if you need support, you want to grab your yoga blocks and place them at any level. Okay, they can be flat, they can be up, and just kind of gauge the body, see what it needs. Yeah, and so the support that you're getting right now is more of a restorative support. You've got the bolsters and your body's touching the ground. Take a nice inhale, and as you exhale, allow the low back to drop down, okay? Relaxing the belly button down towards the floor. Palms are facing up, just notifying the universe we're ready to receive any messages, any reminder of what we truly are. A reminder that who we are on the outside is a reflection of what goes on the inside. our thoughts, what we create in our mind comes through externally and draws that energy in. So when you feel your mind or your thoughts going in a negative direction, try the phrase, I choose to be in a place of positivity. And then note the physical reaction of the body. Take a nice inhale, everybody. Bring the knees back up. And as you exhale, lift up into a bridge. And then slip the yoga block underneath. Draw the knees in and extend them up into waterfall. And let's just stay here for a couple of breaths. Such a nice inversion because it just takes the stress out of the feet. We don't often enough put our feet up. Even when we're sitting on the couch, it's always nice to put the feet up. Let's reach that right leg out, pull the left knee in and hold. Yeah, this is really nice. So we're taking the stretch to another level. And maybe your right foot doesn't even drop, but the right hip flexor gets a much deeper stretch by keeping the legs straight and by elevating the hips. Pada Bandha, press through that right set of toes, stretching the legs even further away. On your next inhale, let's switch the legs. Right leg comes in, left set of toes pointing away from the body as we hug the knee in. Relax the face. Inhale, bring both knees in and stamp the feet on the ground. As you exhale, lift up, slide that yoga block out. Drop the hips down, give the legs another hug. Pull the forehead up. Rock back and forth. Nice. Take your hands behind the thighs. Pull yourself into a seated position. And taking the hands behind the back. On your next inhale, seated cow, lift up. Allow the shoulders to just roll off the chest. Boy, does that feel chest tight in the morning. Good. Exhale, sink into the body. Drop the chin to the chest. Inhale all the way up. Exhale. This time on our inhale, draw the hips off the ground, lifting up into a reverse all fours position, getting a deeper stretch into the chest, lifting the hips up. Fingertips can be pointed in, which allows for a nice stretch in the forearm. Exhale, coming down. Nice. Drawing those feet out, interlacing the fingers, rounding through the back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, drop the hands down. Place that left ankle on the right thigh, and then slide the leg in. Push the chest back into that seated cow position. Feel that stretch move into the left hip. Beautiful. Good. Drop that left ankle down. Take the right one behind you. Okay. I'm going to get deeper into that right hip flexor. Now you can just keep your hands right here. Or if you feel like you can increase the range of motion, come down to the forearm, but move slowly. Okay. So you can feel that stretch. Maybe feel it in the right hip. And if you're really flexible, you can come all the way down and get deeply into that right hip flexor. And this is a more advanced position. So if it feels tough on that knee, then don't do it. Stay here for 3 breaths. Three more breaths. Nice, everybody. When you're ready, take the right hand, come to the left side, push up. Yeah. Stretch those legs back out, reaching all the way up. Exhale, hands come down, slide the feet back in, lift into that reverse tabletop. Hold. Oh, that should feel really nice. A little deeper this time. This is the second time around. You might notice your range of motion is a little higher. And slowly come back down. You got it, guys. Take that right leg out. Place that left ankle on that right thigh. Slide it in. Seated figure 4. Choosing that cow once again, because I'd love to open up that chest in this position. As we stretch the hip, we get to open up the chest and expand through that heart center. Good. Inhale, dropping down, right knee falls to the floor, left leg comes behind this time. And sometimes it's a little harder as we change sides, but we really want to open up that left hip flexor, okay? So you can stay right here in a lifted position if this feels good, or if you want to move into that hip flexor a little deeper, slowly come down to the floor, to the forearms. Take your time with this. Just make sure that left knee is protected. And if you chose this position on the other side, move into that supine position where you're looking up at the sky. Now I'm noticing my left leg is definitely tighter. Sometimes the ankle will cramp up, sometimes the hamstrings. So it's really important to move slowly through these asanas. Three more breaths. Let's just do three more. Great. Let's move to the right side, pushing up on that right forearm, and then slowly coming around center because you don't want to hurt that knee. And then coming into Sukhasana, seated stillness. Okay. Maybe crossing the ankles, right leg over left for women. Okay. In this position today. All right. So let's take the palms facing them up. Okay. Lifting up through the spine and closing down the eyes. Just welcome a grounding cord from the pelvis down into the middle earth. And just allow for these last moments of connectedness. Breathing in and filling up and drawing that breath all the way down the grounding cord into the middle earth. And as you exhale, grabbing some of the earth energy, bringing it up through the toes and the front of the body, back into that pelvis. Drawing the hands together into prayer right in front of that heart center. Lengthening through the spine and the crown of the head. We'll close down the practice today, everybody. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through this beautiful, gentle yoga practice. Allowing me to help you start the day in a way that feels grounded and more connected to your divinity. The light in me recognizes and celebrates the light in each one of you. Namaste. You're welcome, beautiful. Have a nice day, everybody. Daphne's Zoom just came up. Ta-da.